on the fly around here anyway. Okay, we are live, you guys, in, I believe, 2 Facebook groups today. Of course, the 5-day challenge group, and then another bonus day for my virtual startup group, still over on Facebook. So, hey to you guys, you get a little bonus training along here with the famous Dora Edmondson, not Edmundson, right?
Edmondson, right.
Well, no, I gave yeah, and you're one of our top engagers in the group, which is one of the rewards. And I've been talking to everybody about just, engaging and participating in the group, because you can't get any value if you don't participate, and then you got to give back, and you understand that. So you were so kind to get on and visit a little bit about what you do and how we can help you build your first card, because I know that I'm a right brainer, Dora. I don't know about you, but I like to see something done, whether it's here's how you wax a car, right? Don't just tell me how to wax a car. I want to see a guy that really knows what he's doing, or a gal just do it. And then I'm like, oh, monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
So you volunteered. So before we get started, tell everybody, they already know your name, but tell us, we can see you got a lovely home there. Tell us where you're sitting.
I'm actually sitting right outside of Fort Smith, Arkansas, in our family room, computer room for grandkids. I have 7 grandkids, and we have complete workstations for everybody and everything. So all I have to do is tell everybody, okay, I'm live. So they have to play their games quietly.
They can come around and wave. These are just 2 groups of people that really want to learn some stuff. And you're going to help us do that today. What is it? This is one question I like in networking groups is they say, say who you are, where you're from, and how do you help people? How are you helping us these days?
These days, it's really with, and you're going to laugh at this, but it's with coaching. It's with working with people to come up with, I guess my biggest thing that I like to do is come up with not just what somebody needs to do, but how to do it. Help them to, implement and target a plan of how to meet their end results, how to meet their goals. We're just getting ready to launch a business that really puts that into practical application.
Yeah. Well, we're going to let you, and you'll probably get into that a little bit more as we're building your card, because I need to kind of understand. And so for those of you that don't know, a lot of times the best way to get somebody started with new software, which is really what this whole 5-day challenge is about, giving you a taste of some softwares, letting you get the appetizer for free. Some of you will say, listen, I want to move on to the main meal, which ER and I talked about in another video. There's a bonus video that I did with ER Wolf, the owner of this software company, prior to this. It was super cool. We had a lot of fun. Watch that later. But for right now, don't go watch that. Watch this. Okay. So I can see, Dora, that we are showing up in the group. And I just want to make sure that all my tech is on. And we're good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is how this is going to work, you guys. Before this, I logged out of my account and I logged into Dora's free account. And so let's first show them, Dora, what that looks like. So I'm going to share my screen, present, and I know you do this too, but this, I tell you what, you just have to take your time with StreamYard. Otherwise, you click the wrong button. All right, so now that's the busy one. Here we are. So this is after you logged in. And again, we had to work on that a little bit. If you guys, when you go to lfishuffle.com, just so you know, whatever email that you used and whatever password you used, make sure you enter those 2 pieces of information correctly from your computer, your desktop, so that you can access your dashboard. Now, I call the dashboard is right up here. You guys see where I'm clicking cards. Well, it's not cards, it's card, because this is the free 1 card trial. You get to keep this forever. There's no credit card, et cetera, et cetera. And then ER and I talk a little bit about try the premium shuffle for $1. You get 30 days. We got a super cool explanation on that later. But for right now, let's go ahead and do this. Now, when you look at this card, you see that there's no sends, there's no views, which is kind of cool because you have a little bit of tracking here that lets you know how many times you've sent the card and how many views it's getting. The other thing you're seeing is this, when you see my first card, your audience doesn't see that. That's just for you. So let's say, Dora, that you've got the 10 card account, or like me, 100 cards, you would want to label for your own purposes that. So my first card, so we're going to just leave that. But the magic here is the 3 dots. When you guys click the 3 dots, like anything, you get a drop down. Now, what I don't want you to do is get overwhelmed. Don't even look at Facebook pixel stats activity right now. Okay. Basically, the first thing that you want to do, and let's go ahead and click preview. And the first thing we notice is that's not Dora, right? Because earlier today, Dora, didn't you say that yesterday? And I tried to do this. I tried to overwhelm everybody yesterday just to give them a big picture of what is possible, right? What's out there. Now let's take it back to the most basic, get on your little bike with the training wheels, and here we go. So now I know you're far more advanced, probably along the tech and marketing than, maybe a lot of people that are in this group, but you're kind enough to let us use your card as a sample. So now this is what it currently looks like, you guys. So when you sign up, okay, so when Dora signed up, she put her name and signed up, and I think it maybe collected your phone and your email on the sign up page, right? There was no credit card, but you did have to give a phone number. You had to give an email and your password. That gets you into your account. Now, if you guys are out there on your mobiles, download the mobile app. I told you about that before. That's the shuffle one. And so this is what happens. The card auto populates. And what that means is that anything that is entered into the line on editor will populate over here on the card. Now let's take a look at what that looks like, because we're going to go now back to the dashboard, hit the magic 3 dots, and we're done looking at the current card, but we want to make some changes, right? We want to edit it. Okay. Before we share it, we got to make it perfect. Well, not perfect, but we're going to edit it.
Close.
Now this is where you come into the game, Dora. So this is really complicated, you guys. You ready for the first tough question of the day, Dora?
Yes, I'm ready.
What's your favorite color?
Purple. Well,
Okay.
no. Okay. Royal blue, but we're going to pick my photo off of my Facebook page, right?
Okay. And we will do that. But what I want to do now is just show how easy, if you guys just want, I just want a green card. I want a burgundy card. I want dark blue. It's
like
that easy. Now, what's this crazy little rainbow? You click it. Look what happens, guys. Now you can get really creative. You can click over here. You can click over here. Do I want a green card? And you can kind of just see what suits you. Now, Dora, you said purple, so I'm going to just start. Huh?
Let's go purple.
Okay, so we have dark purple. Now you guys can do it this way. Now, if you're really fancy, and again, I don't want to, I showed you guys the color picker the other day. Do you have a purple on here that you're seeing, Dora, that you can go with?
Go up a couple more. Go up a couple more. One more. Let's pick.
How about up here?
Do that purple.
Right there?
Yeah, let's do that purple.
Okay, so then you just click, you just click the pick button. And again, if that's beautiful. I love that.
I like it.
So that's how hard you guys, I call them bubbles or circles. Number 1, that is how hard it is to edit that card. So you're building a website. When we're done with this, you guys, it's an HTTPS. What that means is it's an actual web link. You have an online presence when you build this card. So this is your first baby website. If you've never done a website, we're making a little mini website. Now, this next part is really hard. You have to click a button that says next. So hover over the green button. Don't click 2, just click next, and it will automatically go to 2. Now, this is where 80% of the work, the time that you'll put into the card goes. Now, if you notice in this blank right here, and again, nobody sees this, my first card, that's just for you. But right here, when you put your first name, if I put John, see, it just changed to John. Well, we're not working with John, we're working with Dora. So if you guys can type your first name on that line right there, you're gold. And if you can correctly type your and again, I'm being kind of playful here because yesterday I was just trying to blow you away. Now today I'm just taking it clear to the other end of the spectrum. Okay, so now it's your turn, Dora, to jump in because we're going to build this together and everybody's going to watch us.
All right.
Now, again, I want to make this really, really clear. If you guys do not want to, any of the lines that you don't want to put something, it'll populate. You can skip that line. And so you got company name. Now, this would be like if you had a job. Let's say that when I was coaching at Drake University, I would put head women's tennis coach, Drake University, right? Or ice cream scooper, Birdsell's ice cream when I was 14. Dora,
Can I put life coach? Life coach.
Life coach. I love it. I need one. Now, what is your brand or company name again?
Learn with the number 2.
Oh, just write. Do you want to space in there?
2, live it. And you can space all those apart.
Got it. And see how easy that is, guys? I
like it. Yeah.
I put a space there. And now you see what you're doing on the right is on the left. And that's about as easy as it gets. So the idea of building a website, a digital card, a landing page now becomes super easy. Now, again, we're using the basic builder. This is called the mobile builder. The one that I use is there's a desktop builder it's very easy. You get a template. It's going to be a little bit more work, but we're starting with the basics because a lot of you have this free version. And when you watch the video later, you can see why the value is to move to the premium for $1 for 30 days. And we'll get into that later. But right now, all of you need this card. And again, we have a networking event that we do where anybody that wants to come, they just have to whip up one of these quick cards and put a link to what they do. And all of a sudden they're networking with a digital business card in like 2 minutes. It doesn't take that long. Okay, Dora, learn to live. Is that, you want that capitalized?
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Okay, how does that look? Purple over white.
I like that.
And okay, so now this is something that I talked to you about earlier, Dora, and everybody needs to understand this. Is this phone number the same number that people text you at, or do you have 2 separate phone lines?
No, I would like to take my phone number off and make that a text number. Put that same number in the text instead. There we go.
Okay, you already beat me to the punch. So first, the first point is some people have 2 different phone numbers. They have one phone number for their, ring-a-ding-ding phone, and they have another phone number that they use for text. Most of us, though, have one number for both. But like what Dora's saying, if you guys don't understand, watch what happens. You see the little phone here? I'm going to eliminate that by just emptying that. But now they can still text her. Well, texting her doesn't interrupt when she's in the middle of a meal or whatever, and she can get the message. And so some people don't want their phone. Okay. So what I'm going to do just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and just put it back on there, Dora, just so people can see how the icon, and people can literally click any of these and it populates. And how cool is that? For a free card, you can click and access contacts. Now let's get into your personal address. Now let's say that you had a business where you were a hairstylist and you worked out of your home. Do you think you would want to add your address on your digital business card?
Probably not. Oh, if you were a personal, yes, you would.
Yeah, they got to come to your house to get their haircut.
Yes, you would.
And a lot of people work, but if you're a person that says, you know what, I want people to have my information. I don't want them to know right where I live, though.
Right.
So we're going to leave this blank. Everybody understand that? If I were to type an address in here, let's just do, we'll do you guys remember the Munsters, 1313 Mockingbird
Lane.
I don't even know and then I click it. Look, there's a little map icon there, and I have no idea where that's going to go. Now we have to go backwards. See, if I went forward too fast, see, I went to 3 and I went back to 2. So it's just basically 1, 2, 3, you guys, and just go back and forth. And then when you're finished, hit next. But right now, let's get rid of the address. I just want to show you that icons appear on the left. I think everybody's got that figured out. Now, we don't have to do this right now, Dora. We're gonna save time and let you do this later. If you have a LinkedIn, do you have a nice LinkedIn profile?
I do, but I probably wouldn't use it for Learn to Live It.
Okay, but let's just say that you did. What you would do is you would go to LinkedIn. Don't try to type it in. Okay, here's my tip for you guys. Open a tab and I want you to go to LinkedIn and because it opens up sometimes in your the lead list or the profile and different things. Make sure it opens to the page that is your featured homepage. Copy and paste that full link and paste it in here. So you open up one tab. I'm just going to do this one time for an example. So LinkedIn, there's LinkedIn. You never know where that's going to go exactly. So don't just grab the first link out of the URL. Okay, I don't want killer quotes. I want me.
Uh-huh.
So, and I don't want home, and then I'm going to click that. Now, there we go. So once you get your page to where you want, click. Now, grab that entire link, edit, copy it. Now, tab back. You guys have different tabs opened. And find the line that says LinkedIn, click, and paste. Okay, so now, so there's LinkedIn. So see how easy that is? So now they click this from your digital business card. They can now contact you from any way that you want them to. They can connect on any of your socials. So just whatever I did here in LinkedIn, I'm going to take that off because I just want to let people see how cool those little icons appear. Now, Twitter, Facebook, let's say that maybe you have a Facebook business page or a personal profile that you would like people to click.
I would just go to my personal profile. Okay,
let's do that. So all I do is I'm just pretending I'm Dora. I'm just going to go into Facebook. You guys notice I keep my, so then we just type in, there you are.
There I am.
So now you guys always, when you click over here over here. I like to make sure I'm grabbing and I want to see that it's HTTPS. I want to get the full link. So then you grab that, edit, copy. Okay, for those of you that are still learning how to copy paste, I told you today I'm going basic. I'm going back to first grade with you guys. I don't want anybody to accuse me of overwhelming them like I did yesterday. Now, look at that. There's a Facebook icon right there. They don't have to go hunt for you, Dora. They just click that. Boom. They're on your beautiful profile. And then whatever you want them to do from there, they can do. Now, again, here's a lot of stuff. Line ID, Skype, whatever. Some people want a really extensive Instagram. A lot of people, for me personally, I would put my Instagram on there. I actually am starting to do some stuff on Pinterest. I have a couple different, 2 different YouTube channels. I would probably put one of them there. And again, this is, now people are like, okay, what about going to websites? Mm-hmm. The free card allows 2 websites. One is a web URL. This is kind of your primary site that will populate a little icon. And then you'll get one button. With the free, you get one button. With the other builder, you get as many buttons as you want, right? If you have people. So, but the free card does give you a couple places. So what I need from you, Dora, is what is the web page that is sort of the general web page that you'd like people to go to, not a specific one. We can do that down here with the button title. But go ahead and give me one that you want.
I sent you the link on the messenger. That way you would have it.
Yep. So now watch this, guys. So I just click messenger. I go into, so this is what I do with clients. I like them to provide me the assets ahead of time so we're not chasing them. And so I go here and there's the website right there.
Right.
Okay, what I'm going to do to make sure I get the link, instead of trying to copy that, I'm actually going to click it. Whoops, now that's coming from Facebook. That's one little, oh wait, let's wait again. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead. Do you want just, it looks like there's an affiliate link on there.
Yeah, just the learnswith.com. Right.
Some people don't know what I just did, but I do. So don't worry about that. So just take the website, you guys. Just grab, copy, paste. There it goes right in the web URL. Now this is sort of your, if you have a main website or something, see, you got a cool little website icon.
That's cool.
Now we're going to start talking about call to action. We want a more specific button where they could go, another site that is specific to what we're going to say on the button title. So the first thing we got to do is I need you to tell me, is there a more specific destination or even the same one, I guess?
It would be the same one right now. Yes.
Okay. But like, let's say somebody has their main website and then they have another project or whatever. But I'm just showing you the flexibility. The difference is they could click there. And so now what we're doing is we're giving them 2 places that they can go to your site, which is really what you want them to do. Yes?
Yes.
Now the nice,
So
go
let
ahead.
me see. So if there's a different page on the website, like if you go back to the website,
Yes.
and if I wanted to take them to the membership page or the course page, I could copy that one over, right?
Now you're thinking, and see, that's why the digital business card, excuse me, I'll take a drink. They can click that one site button to go to this website, but they might just navigate to the button and just jump straight here. So you have to make that judgment.
Okay.
But let's just for the fun tell people that you can actually grab specific pages. If you have a company with product pages and an opportunity page, excuse me, my allergies are kicking up.
What's your special power, Talon?
I should let you coach them on the importance of hydration while I'm trying to get my. So we're going to copy now. So watch this, you guys. It doesn't go in the button title. It's the same website, you guys, but we're going to a different specific page on the website. So homepage is where this button will go. Now, what do we want the button title to say? And you guys, this is extremely important because you want to make a call to action here that will make them want to push the button. So this is about the membership. So let's just say learn. We'll let you think about it. We can run it through chat GPT that we did yesterday. But for learn.
You can use our tag. Listen, learn, live! !
But it's taking them to your membership page. So we have to let them know that they're going to end up seeing a pricing page. So just for right now, and again, the nice thing is, Dora, that when we're done with this, you can go back and change everything.
Gotcha.
So learn more about our, because you don't want to surprise them. You want to tell them where our membership
Okay, gotcha.
options. Okay. Learn more about our membership options. And this is where they go to actually see the site. And this button is right there. See how it populates right there beautifully. Now, do you have a particular video? Now, here's the thing, guys. If your video, if it comes from YouTube, you can put it in here, or Vimeo. YouTube and Vimeo. Most people or companies have YouTube or Vimeo that they can pop in here. Do you have one from one of those locations?
I do. You know, if you click on that website again, that way you get to the link, our website. And if you go to the homepage, a video link should pop up and it'll take us to YouTube. Watch the video.
Yeah. Now, if you guys are wondering, you say, well, what do you need that digital business card when you already got a website? Well, I'm going to show you why. Because
that's the link.
So we're going to click on watch on YouTube. I like to go directly to YouTube to make sure. And I need to wait for it to open. We're still not getting the share button. Okay, so there's the share button. And now we're going to copy this link, this shorter link, copy that. All right, and you guys can do this. All of you can go get a video link that promotes whatever you're doing or what you. I need to shut that off so we can hear what we're doing. Okay, so now we're back to the card. Now watch what's cool about this, you guys. You edit, paste, ta-da! Look at that. The video just pops up on as kind of a lead-in, because sometimes people don't want to go to the website right away. They want to get a little bit of some information ahead of time, which will then draw them to go to the website or click the main button. Okay. Now the video title, it says "Learn to Live It" promotion. What would you like for the video title? See how it populates in purple there?
You're the copy person.
Oh, let's give them a call to action.
Okay.
Watch this short video now. Okay. And again, you can change that to say whatever you want. And then at the bottom, this is what's cool. You guys see this form at the bottom? A lot of you are like, oh my gosh, I can actually have a card that lets people, oh wait, we gotta get your picture fixed. Oh, that comes next. You have a card that introduces you, brands you, and you guys say, oh, I'm freaked out about the whole branding thing. You know what? A brand is just your color, your font, and your picture. That's a brand right there. That's good enough. It's better than sending people directly to your company link or your affiliate program or some other website. Start with you. That's what I said about you incorporated. It's not a big deal. You don't have to have corporate branding, just simple like that. That's branding. Now you've got your title. They know a little bit about you. They can see your picture. You can actually add a video of you on here talking about this, where it's you personally, Dora, and then send them to this video, which they can see on the website. So there's all kinds of different strategies you can use with your digital card. But here's what's cool. Let's say they just want to connect and they have questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you see where that says, let's connect. Let's change that. If you want to, watch this, guys. You can change that to have questions, question mark, I love to help, right? Or whatever you want, just something that makes them feel comfortable, or fill out this form to get on our newsletter, or whatever you want them to do, that this information comes back to you, and it comes back to you in your app and on the site. So all of this is an easy way to collect information from your prospects, from family members for a party that you have coming, whatever.
I love that. That is amazing.
Yeah. And this is on the free. You guys, this is on the free version. Okay. So not bad for a free startup appetizer card. Now we got to do something about that picture. We're not going to change the background. We're just going to leave that alone because we already like the purple. That's the background. As all this purple is called the background. Sometimes people want to get fancy and try to squeeze a photo in there. I'm not a fan of that on this particular card. I just like the nice clean color with a nice picture. So, Jeff, hearing the word upload or download scares the tar out of me. Well, it just means that you're uploading means you're going to go grab a picture from somewhere on your site. Now, I probably don't have a picture of you on my site right now, but let's do that. Let's go. Let's just say I want to view your profile picture. And this is the quick and easy way to do it, guys. I just do a screenshot. If you don't know how to do that, I told you yesterday, it's on a Mac, it's Shift Command 4. Click. Now, you could throw that into Canva or whatever and make it all fancy. Right now, we're not going for complicated. We're not going into Canva. We're not going to go to any of the other tools. We're just doing everything right here. So now take a look. There's Dora's nice picture. Open. Now, Dora, let's say that I gave the reins to you. Could you do this? If I handed the computer over to you, could you do what we're doing right now?
Absolutely. This is so, and I am going to be 62 years old in October. And I have to tell you, I could be able to do this.
And I just click, this is really hard. 4 is just confirm, take another look at it, and then hit save. Now, here's the thing that I want everyone to know. You cannot break this. Anything that you don't like, and this, I've done this many times. When I started with LFI, this was the builder. So now what you do is, if you click right here, that'll open up. But I taught you before, there's 2 ways to do it. You can click the preview. Now let's take a look. There it is. That looks like a full-blown website, right? And that's
it.
So this is, now on mobile, it's going to look fantastic. This will fit beautifully on mobile. So now when they submit this button, by the way, I'll actually do it. I'm going to fill out your form because it says have questions. Yes. And I do have questions, and I know that you love to help. So I'm going to, you guys, there's my email, one of my 20 emails. And then you're going to get my phone, so you can call me up in the middle of the night when you need a phone. Okay. I agree. Now guys, can you all do that? Could you collect that form information? And then when it's submitted, you're like, okay, Jeff, well, where does that go? Well, it's going to go into Dora's account so she can access that. And we'll get to that in a second. So what I want to do, I'm going to scroll. Dora, you tell me, do you want anything changed on this card?
I think you did great. I love it. It's good.
And later, again, go into your socials. Whatever you want to add, you can add them later. But I tell people, just whip through it the first time. Don't take like 20 minutes chasing after links and stuff. Just kind of get it structured. And then you can swap out the video. You can do whatever you want. You can change your verbiage. If you can go back, now watch, edit. The editor just opens back up, but we're a little further along this time. So now Yep. You like the color. Boom. You know what, Jeff? Could you add my YouTube channel? I have a YouTube channel. I can add that. Okay. So then that's it. And then you don't have to redo everything, you guys. You just click, hit, do it again. And now there it is again.
Okay. So Jeff,
Yep.
how do we share the card? So, or are we going to get to that? Because when I was watching you yesterday, I was like, this is all great. It's there. Now what do we do with it?
Guys, we didn't rehearse that, but you literally just put it on the tee for me. And I'm going to crush it with my driver, my golf. And I haven't, with my hip, I haven't played golf since my hip surgery, but I'm going to go play golf right now. You guys see those magic 3 buttons? Hit the buttons. Do we want to look at the card? Do we want to preview? Means look at the card. No. Do we want to edit the card? No, we got it. It's perfect. We want to share or send. Sometimes it'll say send, sometimes share. Now click it. Now with this basic version, they give you just this simple option, but there are some other ways to share. What I want you to notice, you guys, you see this T right there? T means tracking. ER taught me this. This is an HTTPS. This is her brand new website. You guys, if you don't have a website, you could have a free website with your LFI shuffle card. I mean, it's not going to be super fancy, but we're starting with baby steps. Get an online presence with this card, okay? Because we'll get into the fancier ones here in a bit that you can get for $1. But now, what do you think about this right here, Dora? What do you think?
So that's a scan. It's just a scan, a QR code, right? Like
QR code. Do you think that everybody watching right now is more familiar with QR codes than they were 2-3 years ago?
They are, yes.
And on the Super Bowl, do they use QR codes on commercials at the movie theater that people can scan with their phones?
Everywhere now.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here for a second. You just said, Jeff, how can I share my card? If you're watching right now, I'm looking, you guys, her QR code. I want you to, if you're watching this from your desktop, pull out your phone, turn on your camera, and I want you to scan that QR code, tap it, and you will magically have Dora's digital business card on your phone opened up. And then you can actually, I'll show you what to do next. You're going to be able to add her to your contacts, and this digital card will live in your phone contacts forever. If you have a shuffle app, you can download it into your shuffle card. So that's the next step. What do I do when I receive the card? Right? So right now I'm waiting for everybody to scan that QR code. Or if you see this on the replay, like let's say you're watching this on the phone right now. I want you guys to play this later, go back, get it on your desktop, hit this recording and scan that. Okay, because all of us now, QR codes have been around for decades, okay? But now it's become what? Common to the general public. Digital business cards, a little bit still, yeah, some people kind of know about them and they act like they know what they are. Most people don't have one. They're still handing out those stupid paper cards and cutting down trees and people throw them away. What a big waste. And they don't do anything. You can't touch a paper card and have it go somewhere. This is a live, dynamic, changeable. You don't have to hire anybody to change your links or whatever. You are the webmaster for your digital card. Have I just empowered you guys a little bit? Or do you now feel like, oh my gosh, I have an online presence. I have a website. I have whatever. And it's basic as it can get. But look at this. You got a QR code. Now, I'm saving the best for last. You guys all know that links are shareable, right? This is what we usually do. So you can scan it, copy link. Now you see how that's highlighted? It's in my thing. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to open up Facebook. I'm going to open up, and who am I on with is Dora. So now watch this. You ready? And paste. Now, I don't know if that's going to show your face. The advanced builder one will show actually a preview of, oh, there it is.
There I am.
Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Now, let's say that you guys are marketing, like you're marketing your, you've got your cool course program and your whole program that you explained to me before the call, Dora. But wouldn't it be nicer if I got something where I could actually see you, and even in the preview, that I already start to build a little know, like, and trust because I can actually see that there's a human being sending me this and not some link to blankety blank blank network marketing company or blankety blank blank affiliate thing. And watch this now. The world is changing. Don't get left. It's like, oh my God, you guys, I got so bombed with spam yesterday. So many people trying to prospect me on Messenger. And it's like, not that you can't work it on Messenger, but I'll teach you how to do it the right way and not freaking the wrong way. That being said, would you guys open this beautiful card right here? You just click on face and Shazam. There it is. Okay.
So
Now,
I don't know if you know the answer to this or not, Jeff, but when we send a link on the Facebook Messenger, it doesn't really count as a video. It just counts as a regular message, right?
yes.
Because I know that if you send too many video links
Yes.
inside of Messenger, they'll grab you and put you in Facebook jail, or not Facebook jail, but Messenger jail. Because they'll look at you as a spammer. So, but it's just a link. It's just like a regular message, right?
Yeah, this is it's a secure website, and so I want to explain that a little bit. Don't just, now that you have this card like this, don't just go through your Messenger and just start, copy and then just start paste send.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because, hey friend, I've got my brand new digital business card, and actually I don't want to get deeper into it, but just introducing that what you're going to send them. Always get permission to send anybody. And I'm really open to it. If somebody says, hey Jeff, I just saw your profile, looks like you're into some cool stuff. I saw your picture, you're out there barbecuing, you got a cute dog. Listen, great to connect on Facebook, because that's what it's all about. However, I got a new project that or maybe ask me a question first. I don't want them to I want them to ask me a question. How you doing? You open and taking a look at something. I see you're entrepreneurial. Well, yes, I am entrepreneurial. What do you got? And I always come back because but if they're just spamming me, I'm like, sorry, you need to join my Facebook group.
Exactly.
And you need to learn how to do it right. I'm not mean to them, but I'm just say, it looks to me like if you're trying to grow your business by just spamming me your link, then I need you to come to my class so I can educate you. So then I may not sign up for your business, but I'm going to let you. And that's what this group is about. Half of you, I don't even know what you do. I tried to, get some survey and stuff, and it doesn't matter because it's important to you, right, Dora? You're passionate about this program. And this is a very basic way. You're giving yourself one more step with technology to automate and go from there. Now let's do this. Let's go into your activity. And you guys are, what? What is this activity? And this is for the free card, you guys. Let's go from the bottom. She claimed her free shuffle card account, which a lot of you haven't. My back office is showing a very small percentage of you have not claimed this free card, which it blows my mind. I mean, I'm giving you all these free tools and stuff, and most of you. So I'm not scolding you, but I'm saying why, right? Look at how much fun we're having. Now you're connected with Jeff Vaage. You see, I'm forever now in your contacts. Created your first card. We just did that together and created a contact. You merged. See, we did a merge. I mean, it literally tells you everything that is going on. Updated my first card, updated, right? Because you want to get it right. Created a contact, updated. Someone viewed my card. How cool is that? All right. When you guys stick your card out to a friend and say, hey, listen, I got this exciting new product or opportunity or course program I'm offering. Would you take a look? And they say, sure, send your link, send it over, and you send it, and you sit and wait and wonder, are they looking at it? And then you get on text and your messenger and you say, oh, hey, just wondering if you looked at my thing yet. Well, now with this shuffle card, you're like, that they looked at it once, twice, thrice, for four, and all of a sudden, they really are looking at my card. And now, don't you think follow-ups a little bit easier? And you can actually set follow-ups and stuff for that in the advanced. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes. Do you know what I think this would be really great for, Jeff? You know how in MLM, how we have when we ask somebody, are you open to viewing a video?
Sure.
And, this would be really great for tracking that, how we sit around and think, oh, did they watch the video? Did they open it? If you connected with your card, if you connected your video with your card, you'd be able to send it to them, send the link to them, and then be able to track if they opened it or not to look at it.
Right, exactly. And I have a card that I've got. It was actually a card I did as a favor. It's kind of like a website. I put a bit.ly link on it, and if you guys don't know what that means, as you can tell, the LFI link it's a big long link because it has. You're not paying a domain. If you go out and buy your own domain, I spend a fortune on domains, or you can get a free bit.ly. So a lot of the stuff you see that me posting, it's like bit.ly. It's because it's free, and then I put a little title on the back that makes it a little bit nicer. It's called a vanity link. It makes it more attractive for somebody to click on. But a link is a link is a link. If it click it and it opens up, it goes to a website out there in the World Wide Web. Okay. That being said, we're speaking about this basic card. One of the biggest advantages of when you bump up to the $1 and you get the full 10 cards and you can really build something cool is the tracking and all of that is much more powerful. And again, I'm not going to get into all the features. ER and I cover that in the other video today. Let's go ahead. Let's take some questions or comments. I know looks like Edwin's out there. I haven't looked over here. I'm trying to keep up with my. Now my phone is talking to me. Okay, so real quick, let me go back. I'm going to stop sharing so I can get back to visiting with you. Okay, so real quick, let me go back. My phone is talking. So I'm going to stop the screen share. Okay, so you see how that works, guys? Now, how many of you think that you could, number one, build that card by yourself? And I shut my phone down a little bit because it was talking back to me, but I can look at the comments later. So right now we're in at the what minute mark here? We are at 41 minutes. So at the 41-minute mark, I'm going to look at the comments, and here's the question. Dora, help me. Do they say hashtag and then their answer? Is that the best way to do it, or just the answer?
Hashtag and then the answer, probably.
Okay. Thank you. Hashtag, you guys. Yes, I can do what you two just did together. And now, do you think, Dora, that I would ever have to show you how to build that card ever again?
No, I could definitely do that. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of so many ways that I could actually put this into practical application today.
Give me one.
I would go through and take and put like a little mini course, maybe on one of my cards,
Absolutely.
and like a health and wellness mini course in there, so that if I shared with somebody who was dealing with some struggles with health and wellness, they don't have to go and look at the whole website. They could just look at one of the avenues that deals with them directly. Yes.
Now I got to caution everybody that you can do that with the advanced builder. With what you just saw, you just get one video, you get one button.
One
now
card,
the advanced builder,
but you could change it. So if you had, well, I'm going to do the $1. I'm going to look at this because we've got 10 different categories. I'm going to make 10 different cards for each category. Perfect. And then plus my own branding card. Like I put my video on there with Learn to Live It, but just having a branding card with my information so that if I was sharing with somebody who wasn't maybe going to be a prospect or a client, but I just wanted to have connection with them, this would be a great way too for birthdays.
Showstopper.
You wanted to win it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm so excited.
No, you made such a great point. The birthday. Yes, I do Christmas birthday. Let's back that truck up, because for 7 years I've been having these kind of discussions, and I make all these cards you're saying, but everybody's got to understand what you just said. Back up the truck before the birthday card. Say it one more time.
Oh, me personally, to my friends, my family,
Okay, so what I would recommend, because most people are a little afraid of video, right? On that video, if that was just your branding card, because especially if you're in a networking group or whatever, you just want the person to get to know you and know, hey, I can click and look at your Facebook profile and find out that you're a real person, that I could friend you. I could go to your LinkedIn, that you're a professional, whatever. So that's all that really needs to be in the video. If you're afraid of video, don't put one on. But if you're not afraid, take your camera and just say, hey guys, nice to meet you. This is my personal virtual business, not business. So this is my personal virtual card, and it's your branding card. And you just say, hey, nice to meet you. And I got some copy that you can write that is either written on the card, and that there is some actual copy that, hey, thanks for checking out my virtual business card or my virtual branding card, whatever you want to say. Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Here's how I can help. There's my, and then down below is all of their contacts. So now they're going onto your socials and they're getting to know you on your socials. They're deciding they want to text you. They're deciding they want to fill out the form. They're deciding, so all of a sudden, just that simple branding card. So everybody, I think, was kind of freaking out a little bit when I started talking about branding. I'm not talking about corporate branding. Okay, you guys, I've done corporate branding. You saw it on the rocket call. That's corporate branding. That's not Jeff Vaage coaching branding. That's a whole different color scheme. I've got like I said, my cousin did my branding for me. But now I'm doing a new brand. If you guys look up in the upper right-hand corner there, you see the Freedom Lifestyle. I asked you guys what you thought about it. I got a lot of positivity. I'm probably going to lean into that as my new brand as I start my new life going a different direction now. And so you just nailed it. Absolutely. And that's the lesson for the day, you guys. Make your first free card a branding card. Don't connect it right now to all your stuff that you do. Let people get to know you.
Hey, one of the things that I've learned in the past year, I think I told you earlier, Jeff, that I'm brand new to social media. I've only been doing Facebook. I've had a Facebook account for 10, 15 years. Right. I never did anything on Facebook. I just never, when I started a year ago, I had 100 friends that I had connected with.
Sure.
And then when I started, I joined my first MLM, but I really didn't want to sell. I wasn't into sales. I don't like the whole salesy thing. I just have never liked it. But I learned from a good coach that, social media is about making connections. It's about connecting with people. You cannot look at my social media page. You would never know that I sold anything. All I do is connect with people. And you know what? As of today, I've got over 3,000 friends, and not just people who I randomly, who randomly send me messages that I don't connect with. When you first connected with me this last week, the very first message that I send is, I appreciate you connecting with me. I look at people's profiles. Mm-hmm. I decide whether I want to be their friend or not, or whether we have enough in common that it makes mm-hmm. sense to be a friend with them. So I have real friends that I've connected with. And, I have over 1,000 followers. I have almost 2,000 followers off of 3,000 friends. And the followers, I just engage. I just share scripture verses. I just talk to people. I share experiences. And mm-hmm. every now and then, when somebody's having a real pain or something like that, I have an answer for them. But I always direct it back into Messenger. And so it's really been a neat connection. But that's what you could use this card for.
Absolutely.
It's just connecting with people.
And I'm going to give you an example. We haven't got into the Facebook profile yet, but I want people to, number one, and again, some of you are going to bristle when I say this. If you're putting your Facebook cover is the company that you're promoting, it's not that's not what it's for. Get a business page and do that, or do that again. As soon as you do that and they go to your page and you're connecting with them in Messenger, they're going to go, they have an ulterior motive because their profile's all about their company. And then they're going to go to Google, look at the company, and guess what Google puts to the top? Some idiot out there puts some, hey, here's a scam review or whatever. Or they just, they'll take anything and just use the word in there. And I know who those guys are out there. I know who you are. And they do that all the time. And then they ruin people's businesses because you're with a good company. You're good. No company's perfect. So what they do is they'll jump on something where maybe when they first started, they had a shipment that was 2 days late and they're like, whatever. And so I think what you've shared is so valuable because it's coming from you and not me, because you're echoing what I beg people to do. unless they have a company. Like when I was doing Rocket Call, that was my company. I'm the freaking owner. That's my, that was, so I would put that, but then most of the time it was me at the beach in Alabama, or my tennis guys having a big, I changed my cover because, and you should change your profile. And some of you in the group, if you're watching right now, since we're on this topic of the Facebook profile, I click on, I'm trying to get to know you guys. There's no picture of you. If it's a picture of a cat, I love your pet. I love my pet. I got Oliver like this, but there's at least me and Oliver licking. So that's a cool picture, or, whatever, but please let people know who you are, especially if you're in this group and you're an entrepreneur or a marketer. You got to have your face. And if you don't like your face, then go, accept, God gave us whatever. I got to put up with Norwegianness all over my face. But just people got to get to know you before they want to buy from you, or look at your video, or even click on your page. If people don't show me respect, and I a lot of times, Dora, I don't know if you do this. I just say, when they send me, I said, do you even know what I do? No, I don't. Do you know that I'm a chief marketing officer, and I teach people how not to do what you're like, really? And it's like, don't do, and I have a friend that is a social media guru. I mean, she's so smart, and she takes those types of posts and she puts them on, says, hey, this is what I got today, you guys. Don't do this, right? And sometimes when people look at that, they're like, because we all did it. I did it. I'm as guilty as anybody for any mistake in any business, or healthy running business or online. But going back to the simple digital business card and what we're trying to do, and just this video is all about just get the free card. Me and ER did a bonus video that will tell you, someone like you, we can build you a beautiful library of cards, a beautiful deck of cards that will serve you forever. And it's invaluable. I mean, the pennies that you pay for each web page. Do you guys know what it costs to start a website? The domain, the server, it's thousands, right? Thousands. I've spent thousands on my funnels and websites. But you know what I spend for LFI? Well, actually, I don't spend anything, because I get a little bit of affiliate income that covers my cost. That's why I tell network marketers, your best friend is affiliate marketing.
Collaboration.
Why? Not because you're having two opposing things. It's like, here's my network marketing. Let's say that you're in what's a service based. Let's say that you're in one that sells security. I know a lot of people out there have some sort of a network marketing business that they sell security devices or programs, right? You're into the security business. Well, wouldn't it be good to have a digital tool or whatever that introduces that's not in conflict, but it's the tool that helps you sell the thing, right? And you can fill in the blank. You guys fill in your own blank. Whatever it is that you sell, whatever it is, service that you offer, right? Because you're going to be offering a service, right?
Yes.
What we're doing right now, this is a service. Life coaching, tennis coaching, online business coaching, how to build a freaking digital business card from scratch is a service, right?
Right.
So when you guys understand the difference between service and a physical product, a digital product, package your offer. And again, I'm going to teach you guys on the final thing. Number one thing in the world, if you want to make money, is to have a great, I'm going to let you answer. What do you think? A great what?
You want me to answer?
Mm-hmm.
Have a great brand. I don't know.
Offer.
Okay.
And now all of you are out there saying,
offer.
My company's the best company. My comp plan's the best comp plan. My products are the best. My this, my that is the best, right? And you get into this back and forth. Can I say pissing on this? Pissing contest with other people and other businesses. They're trying to convince each other. Oh my gosh, it's like, you guys, everybody's got the same offer, right? If you're okay, I'm going to go back to Amway when I was 18 years old. I love the company. I love it. I wish somebody would pitch me. Nobody's pitched me on Amway in decades. But I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. I thought I was going to be a millionaire at 18 with Amway, right? I didn't know anything about rejection. I didn't know anything about all of the negatives that people, I was a young, enthusiastic 18-year-old kid who was going to take the, world by the tail, like many of you. And I go out there, innocent as can be, and I find out that no is a horrible thing to hear. Nobody wants my product. Nobody wants to hear it's one of those things. It's another one of what's those things? I don't even know what those things are. Oh, one of those spammy things, those pyramid things, it's like, I don't even know what that means. Like I was so naive, Dora, it was crazy. And if you guys are out there and you can relate to this, here I am, a poor 18-year-old kid. I got no money in my pocket. I work scooping ice cream for $2 an hour. And I trying to go to college and pay my own way, it was ridiculous that the understanding of what I really had, if I would have known what I know now when I was 18, I would have been one of the Amway leaders of all time. It's a great company, but you know what? You can't, it doesn't matter how good you feel about your company. You got to have a great offer. Everybody in Amway, millions of people, they have the same offer.
Yeah.
What makes you stand apart? And that's going to be to be continued, because that's a long explanation. And I will show you how to stand apart from the crowd. If you got, like right now, there's a company that I know I'm a great customer of them. I won't mention their name. Love the customer program. Not a fan of the business, but I get some good product at a low price. I love it. And guess what? The offer's the same from everybody. Everybody sends it's go to watch this thing and do this, and it's the same offer. What makes you stand apart? Well, with Rocket Call, I learned that. I learned this from online marketing. In the online marketing, if you're going to be an affiliate or whatever, you've got this thing that you're offering, right? And you got to say, like, let's just say it's my little microphone. I've got to say, listen, if there's 1,000 people in a network marketing company selling little white microphones, what makes me different? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you an additional explainer video, right? That's free to do. I do an explainer video that tells you how to set it up and all of that. And so I do things, and I go online and I start teaching about the value of using a microphone and how to do it. All of a sudden, they look at me as the value guy that's advising. So they go and they use my link to buy the microphone, because I'm going to give them a 30-day test and trial. I'm just thinking off the cuff here. Is that so? How do you take that? How do you make your offer better than everybody else that's out there?
Well, I think you really need to do it in a couple of different ways. One of it is building trust. That, like you said, show your face, and actually too, connecting. And I've learned this over the last year, that it's not about selling, it's about serving.
Thank you.
That the key is, how do we serve? And if you're always looking at how am I going to sell, then it really puts you in the mindset of, what can I get from that person? And people, their gut tells you, they know when you're speaking to them.
Yeah, the warning signals.
Yeah, it does. The gut says this person wants something from you. But if you can change the perspective around in being, how can I serve? If somebody is having a health and wellness issue, they have a problem, then instead of you looking and saying, oh, you need to buy my product, it's like, I understand your pain. How can I help you get better with that? How can it's the serving part. It's looking at it from an aspect of, service instead of sell.
Yeah. You just nailed it, because in terms of a pain point, this is crazy. And he may be watching right now. I'll say his name, Kevin, good friend. Kevin's out there. He was complaining about plantar fasciitis. Within 1 minute, one of my dear friends, who's a minister, and I was in his Bible camp. I was the senior counselor. He was the junior counselor. He spoke at my mother's funeral, sang at my mother's funeral, standing. So that guy reaches out. He's a pastor, and he says, I've got plantar fasciitis. And he knows that I'm Mr. Exercise science nutrition. and these guys, what I told them is take your shoes and socks off, go outside and run and walk in the grass. Why? Because I've been there. I know what it's like to have foot pain. And so even though I have a product that could help these guys, and I will share that, but you give them, like you're talking about hydration, right? And the value of hydration. And I laughed and showed you my water. Well, if you're going to help people with health tips, don't pitch your product. Give them 5 fast tips to lose weight in 10 days. Number 1, hydrate. 2, get out and walk. 3, whatever. And then use some sort of there's products that help your metabolism, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, whatever. And then you have a link that maybe goes, if you want to learn more about speeding up your metabolism, you got to find a way to do that. There's a couple ways: water, walking, this, that, pickleball, and here's a couple of items that maybe I can. Then they're like, hey, you gave me those great tips. I'm going to start walking. I'm going to start drinking more. And what is it? You said something about something to speed up my metabolism. Oh yeah. It's this powder I put in. And again, I have no product.
No, exactly. It's building.
Guys, come on.
Yeah. It's building trust. It really is. And,
Exactly.
I learned from my coach this last year, and he kept saying to me, I had the advantage of having a really super good coach. But one of the things that he teaches us is, you do that. You do it as part of service. It's you build trust, because if you build a community based on trust, you can sell toilet paper.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just got done selling my little snowball that I've had forever, and I want to upgrade and get a cool one like you have. But you know what, guys? You don't need. So I got my phone over here as my monitor. I got this cheap blue snowball, and I'm clicking around and using very inexpensive software to try to educate people. And then, what was interesting is I wasted 2 hours of my life yesterday. Those of you that love the Barbie movie, forgive me. I was like, I wanted to stick a fork in my eye, and I couldn't wait to get out and go to dinner. That being said, don't persecute me with your comments, but I felt like I wasted 2 hours of my time. But right before that, Dora, you reached out to me because I was giving value yesterday, and you thought maybe there could be some sort of collaboration with that we're both into the online courses, and that I have an academy and you have one. What could we maybe do? I have no idea, but am I willing to talk to you about collaborating? Because that's all I've been doing with companies and people for the last 3 years, is thinking of ways to collaborate and not to pitch and sell.
Right.
And so I have no idea if we are ever going to do anything together other than you got your little free card and, whatever, and you probably use my affiliate link, and that would be cool. But you're going to get more value from me by upgrading, especially when you watch the video. I don't think you watch the video with me and ER.
I'm excited about
Oh my gosh. I even blew him away when I told him, because I said, ER, what's the great offer you can do for my people? And he gave him this great offer to you guys. Then I said, well, hang on, ER. I'm not going to tell this over in the LFI Insiders group or on my profile or anything. Just my little group. I'm going to give them a special offer when they upgrade to $1. And he said, what's that? I said, do you remember when I came out to Colorado for free with my business partner, and we stayed at that beautiful hotel and you came to visit us? He says, yeah. I says, I stayed at the hotel for $0, and the free breakfast, everything was $0. I said, I just had to front pay the taxes. And I said, I have a company that I collaborate with. One of my marketing incentive companies allows me, as the CMO of the company, to give away these free trips. Well, I'm going to still keep that membership. I'm going to still keep that partnership with that company. Why? Because I want to give more value than you guys can ever imagine when I give you $1,000 free trip, or $500 wherever you want to go, Branson, Palm Springs, Colorado. I'm doing Vegas in November. I give myself free trips, and it's not a timeshare and all that stuff. So you'll learn more about that in the other video, but it's an example of what you're telling us, because you're teaching way better than I am today. But you're telling us that come up with ways, be creative to give more value.
Yep.
Right. And I like to do it like what we just did. What I just did with you. Anybody that enrolls with me, I have it on my little card with me having coffee, and you get on a thing, and we do it. I've got an LFI digital card that explains the offer, and I didn't show it today, but I've got that. I send it out to people when they say, you know what, Jeff, I saw your card. I send them that so they get to know me. They see me, on TV talking to a buddy on an interview, and they're like, this guy must know what he's doing a little bit. I'll get on a coffee talk with him and have him help me build my first card, because right now you can go fish. I'm looking at my lake out here in the backyard. And doesn't the Bible talk about, teaching, give them the fish or teach it? And again, there's sometimes people, I just need to give the fish, right? There's so many people out there that you just need to give them the fish. But there are also people like you who are willing and open to learn. I'm handing you my fishing poles right there. I'm going to hand you the fishing pole and I'm walking away. And when I come back, I want that, 5-pound bass on the end of the thing, right?
Yep, I agree. And then we can have a fish fry because I'll share everything that has happened.
Oh, girl, I tell you. Hey, I told you what, we try to be respectful of the 1 hour time frame. I think me and you could talk all day. I know I could talk to you all day, but I think we need to be respectful of all the other kids out there in the group because most of them are younger than me. So I'm going to call you all kids. And I think we should, anything else that we should close with?
I think you did good. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm going to go listen. I got to get off because I got to go listen to the bonus video.
Yeah. I tell you what, one thing and again, when I talked yesterday, I talked about my company, the passion and I had and the pain of moving on to something else. That guy, he's built an incredible business, has helped millions of people with this software. And I work with him intimately, have for years connecting him to companies and corporations and people that have used this simple little baby tool that is so powerful, right? And so I think hearing from ER will help you guys if you're sitting on the fence as far as tapping into this one. And again, this is one of multiple tools I'm giving you in this 5-day class, but this is the one I think is a core tool for your business growth.
Gotcha.
Would you agree?
I agree wholeheartedly. I wish I would have had this. I'm just so excited for having it now. Thank you for sharing.
All right. Well, go see my bonuses and go see ER's bonuses.
You got it.
This group are in the other bonus video of today. So you guys have a great Friday. We all love Friday, especially when I was a school teacher. Oh my gosh, go home, kids, for the weekend. And I would go home and I'd say, girls, when my twin daughters would be in the back, we'd drive home. I'd say, girls, it's fun Friday. And we would just have a blast. So for those of you, it's Friday, or if you're still working and you're catching this on the replay, now go have fun Friday. But be safe, be careful, and love people, be kind to people, and give, and the fruit will come back. Right, Dora?
Gotcha. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Jeff.
All right. Amen. We'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.